Welcome back. Very good morning to you. So, some good news. The King, he's to return to public duties next week after responding well to cancer treatment. Yes, very good news. But it won't yet be a full return to official engagements for the King, but the palace sound rather optimistic. Yes, they've said, quote, His Majesty's medical team are very encouraged by the progress made so far and remain positive about the King's continued recovery. Well, joining us now is royal correspondent Jennie Bond. Jennie, very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Lovely news.
It is lovely news, and it's very nice to come on television and have something to smile about at last. It's been, as we all know, a grim start to the year for the royal family. And we've all been told that the King has been chomping at the bit to get back to work and sort of saying, well, can I do this? Oh, surely I could do that. And we saw him on Easter Sunday, and to our surprise, doing a walkabout and glad handing a lot of the public who'd gathered there. I was surprised by that, but that was a marker towards this positive statement saying, no, he's not out of the woods, he's not clear of cancer, he's continuing his treatment, but he is well enough now for his doctors to say, yep, I think you can do this and can do that. But it's a cautious step forward. I mean, they still will be reviewing every engagement, pretty much every engagement before it takes place, and they will adapt some so that he doesn't mingle too much with too many members of the public or too many people inside very difficult conditions. It's much better it's going to be outside. I mean, summer's coming, so lots of engagements can be outside. So it's all good news.
Yes, and Jennie, there was some reports this morning suggesting that the King's return will ease the pressure on Prince William and even Catherine, who has been, William at least, has been bearing, you know, I guess the weight of the world on his shoulders in recent weeks.
I think it will, you know. I think Catherine is very dedicated to her role, and she knows there's been this terrific gap in the ranks of the royal family with her out of action, William out of action because of her, and the King out of action. So Charles stepping back into some public-facing duties is definitely going to make her feel, I think, a little more relaxed about taking the time off that she so clearly needs and wants.
And Jennie, give us an idea of what sort of engagements the King will now be taking part in. What will he not be missing?
Well, they're going to kick things off on Tuesday, actually, with a very appropriate visit, both he and the Queen, to a cancer centre. And that is sending out big signals saying how important cancer treatment is, how important early diagnosis is. I think the indications we've already had will come true, that he will try to be trooping the colour. I mean, that is, after all, the birthday celebration of the monarch. Little odd to have a birthday celebration without the King there, but it has to be, but I think he'll try to be there. I suspect he might take this opportunity to do what his mother did at age 60, and Charles is in his mid-70s, which is to not go on horseback any longer and take to a carriage. It would be much easier for him, clearly. So the trooping, maybe royal ascot. We are told that definitely he is going to host an incoming state visit from the Emperor and Empress of Japan. That's a big number. It's pretty heavy on ceremony, as you'll know, very heavy on stamina, actually, as well. But that is definitely in the diary. And I think the other event he will try very hard to be at, but we've not had confirmation, is the D-Day celebrations in Normandy, the D-Day commemorations in Normandy.
And Jennie, there was some really interesting colour in the Times this morning saying that the King had been getting stuck into his hobbies as a way of encouraging his recovery, for example, walking and gardening. And there's a nice little anecdote saying that he's been growing a healing garden in the garden of Sandringham in Norfolk, including 4,000 herbaceous plants and bulbs specifically chosen for their health benefits, such as lavender and delphinium. He's always been a keen gardener, hasn't he, the King?
Oh, my goodness me, yes. I mean, that's at Sandringham, but I've been to Highgrove a number of times, and at Highgrove he showed me, he was so proud to show me his herbal pathway. I think that's what he called it. Basically, you walk along a pathway and all the smells of the herbs come up from beneath your feet. And they also have healing qualities, which he's very keen on. He's always been keen on alternative medicine. So that's kept him very focused. And the other thing is his positive attitude about getting back to work. I was listening to an oncologist yesterday who was saying that one of the best things you can do if you're suffering from cancer is concentrate and focus on what you want to be doing next. And what the king wants to be doing next is getting on with the job of being king. He's waited a very long time to do this, and now he wants to get on with it.
Yeah, great. Good news. OK, Jenny, thank you for joining us this morning. Very much appreciate it.